Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, your one-stop shop for all your Pokemon information. We go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news like cards are set to get revealed. And if I do see any good deals, I'll always try to throw them in here too. And we do have to announce the winner for the Japanese Bubble Mew EX in a PSA 10 giveaway that me and Collectr collabed on. And the winner is Shrihan.Allah. Congratulations. That is seriously a beautiful, beautiful card. So all you have to do is just make sure you DM Collectr and they will get that card sent out to you. And speaking of Collectr, that is our video sponsor today. If you guys want to keep track of your current collection, Collectr is the best of the best. And I'm not even joking. They have over 25 different TCGs with over 1.5 million products tracked. They also have pop reports, sold listings, basically anything you could think of, they got it. And they have an awesome social component too, where you can share your collection with your friends and family. Or if you're looking to sell your collection, it's just so easy. They can instantly see everything in your collection and see how much it's worth. And then two, you can even go to the home page and scroll down to the bottom and you can click on my profile and see everything in my collection. And then two, even if you join the pro membership, they're doing a crazy giveaway for a complete set of all of the legend cards in a PSA 9. That is starting March 1st. I mean, it is just insane what they're giving away. So definitely check them out. All the links are in the description. But all right, let's get to it. Hop into PokeBeard here. So it says GameStop discontinues Pokemon TCG pre-orders at stores and website, which in my opinion, that kind of sucks. I was always able to secure some GameStop pre-orders. No joke, every single set we've had in the last, 6 months, you could go to GameStop basically the first whole day and pre-order whatever you wanted. A lot of stores, they put like a limit of like 2 per item and stuff, but some stores didn't. But that's kind of disappointing. So now you're going to have to actually go into the store, which is probably going to be rough. And then two, they also are selling some products over MSRP, like what market is, which I think that kind of sucks also. Next, we're hopping to Pokemon Center. The only build and battle stadium left is Astral Radiance. You can still find like Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest and stuff very cheap on the secondary market. So please go check that out. But you get a decent amount of packs in here. So not a bad option. And Astral Radiance, very solid set. All right, let's get started checking on celebrations. So the regular ETB went from like 110 to like 105. The UPC's back to like 420. And the actual Pokemon Center ETB is kind of going crazy. Last sold 180, 190, 190, 185, 199, 202. And then the Pikachu box is also moving a decent amount. Most things in celebrations right now are actually up a couple dollars besides that ETB. But last sold for this Pikachu box, 90, 92, 92, 99, 99, 85. All right, next, Evolving Skies. We got a couple new sales for the regular ETBs. We got no new sales for the Pokemon Center ETBs. So checking the Umbreon regular ETB last sold, 250, 235, 230 with a picture, 245, 245. And then pretty much everything else is the same for Evolving Skies this last week. Booster box right around 1,300. So we got Crown Zenith. Same thing as Celebrations. The regular ETB kind of stalled out, but the Pokemon Center ETB is still just climbing. Last sold 255, 250, 250, 245, 225, 235, 200. So lots of big sales those last few days. Then we got the Galarian Moltres tin, of course, because the card is going crazy. Was $33 3 months ago. Last sold 60, 53, 55, 50, 53. This is probably the product that I've talked most about on my channel. I just absolutely love it. You're getting pure Crown Zenith packs. That's the thing with tins. A lot of them have variety packs. You never know what's in them. Sometimes they reprint them. This is just pure Crown Zenith. Beautiful illustration rares. Not to mention, this is the same artist who did Magikarp and Giratina. What else do we got? Even the Zapdos one is moving. Last sold 45, 37, 45, 40, 37. So all the tins are moving. That's good to see. And the premium figure boxes, this is the Zamazenta one. Last sold 125, 125, 120, 125. So Crown Zenith is on the move. Even the mini tin display is still moving. Last sold 180, 170, 180, 180, 180, 180. Next, we have 151. Checking out the UPC here. Last sold 292, 285, 295, 285, 300, 300. So it's about a $300 UPC now. And then we'll also check the Pokemon Center ETB. It's crazy how expensive this is. Last sold 420, 395, 425, 395, and a good amount of sales. This Pokemon Center ETB definitely sells the most out of all the other Pokemon Center ETBs, hands down. Got to check the regular ETB. Market price $195, it says. Last sold $190, $198, $197, $195, $198. So expensive. Booster bundles right around $65. We got some movement on the mini tins finally. So the Gengar and Poliwag, you know, these were literally right around $18, $19 for the longest time. Now last sold $29, $29, $29, $25. And the Dragonite one is also one of the more expensive ones. Last sold $25, $25, $25. So lots of movement for $151. I still can't believe how expensive this binder is also. Last sold on the binder is $155, $144, $146, $140, $126. I don't know why so many people are obsessed with the binder collection. Because the binder, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not super, super nice. You know, I would not really put too many cards in there at all if it were me. Zapdos collection is getting close to $50. Next, we have Prismatic Evolutions. Regular ETB, still slowly climbing. Last sold $125, $130, $135, $135, $135. Then we have the Surprise Box, which is right around $70 now. Last sold $70, $70, $68. Then we'll check that binder collection, which I have a feeling was going to take off soon. Just like the 151 did. Last sold $75, $70, $70, $75. This one says must buy in quantities of 6 or order will be canceled. Brand new, sealed. Huh. And then we will check the poster collection, market price $33. And here's a 2-pack with the EV promo that just came out. This was at like $35 for pre-order for the longest time, but now last sold right around $29. I want to check the Pokemon Center ETB. Wow, market price $325 now. Last sold $300, $300, $325, $327, $310. We got one at $285 down there on the 21st. Pretty good for that box, I would say. Poster collection market price $33. The Umbreon tin market price $31. All right, next we have Vivid Voltage. Basically Vivid Voltage and then Battle Styles is still up a buck or two, but I ran out of space on here. I have 75 pages open right now. But Vivid Voltage, last sold $185, $185, $188. So probably gonna be a $200 booster box very soon. Vivid Voltage is not as bad as people say. It's not as good as all these new alternate art sets, but before that, it's a very solid set. Next, we have a ton of movement for Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes. So Surging Sparks making another run. Last sold $270, $270, $260, $260, $255. Next, we have Temporal Forces. Last sold, we got $175 for loose packs. I don't know why you would buy that when you can get the booster box sealed for $165, $181, $175, $179, $165. Next, we have Paradox Rift. You guys know I've basically been obsessed with this set ever since it came out, and I still think it's like basically the best set in the Scarlet and Violet era. Last sold $170, $183, $183, $181, $185. I have the most booster boxes of Paradox Rift. I have an entirely full tote of just Paradox Rift. Then I even have some more up here too, because I absolutely just love the set. It's just such a deep, deep set. Next, we have Obsidian Flames. Last sold $192, $192, $190, $190, $192. Next, Paldea Evolved. Going to the moon. Last sold $225, $225, $225. 4 of them at $225. Next, we have the Twilight Masquerade booster box. Last sold $210, $210, $210. Next, Stellar Crown. Last sold $182, $183, $188, $173. Next, we have Scarlet and Violet base set. Still climbing. Last sold $199, $180, $160, $168, $180. Wow. Next, checking out some Sword and Shield ETBs. The Fusion Strike Pokemon Center ETB market price is now $175. This thing cannot be stopped. Last sold $187, $180, $186, $180, $188. Like, that's pretty crazy for just a Pokemon Center ETB with no promo or anything like that. Then Silver Tempest market price $134. Lost Origin market price $130. The regular Fusion Strike ETB $122. Brilliant Stars regular ETB $105. We got the Chilean Rain Pokemon Center ETB at $101. And then checking the regular ones too. The Pokemon Go Pokemon Center ETB is now at $88. Astro Radiance PC ETB is at $82. The regular Lost Origin ETB market price $74. Same with Chilling Rain, right around 74. Even Shining Fates regular ETB market price is now $72. Brilliant Star 70, Pokemon Go 67. So lots of value for these Sword and Shield ETBs now. Next, we are checking out these Scarlet and Violet era ETBs. So here is the Obsidian Flames one, market price $280. See if we got any sales over $300. We got one sale at $300, a couple more at $290. That is wild for that box. And then Paldea Evolved market price $255. Last sold $250, $300, $300, $299, $299, $250. Then we'll just run through some market prices on the rest of these. Paldean Fates is right around $200. Scarlet and Violet, the Miraidon one, is getting very, very close. Market price $176. And then we'll hop to the next page. Surging Sparks market price $160. Koraidon market price $151. The Walking Wake Temporal Forces market price $132. Stellar Crown market price $122. These are all for the Pokemon Center ETBs, obviously. Temporal Forces is now $115. The regular Paldean Fates market price $105. The Paradox Rift Pokemon Center ETBs are finally at $100. Roaring Moon at $105. And Iron Valiant at $95. Twilight Masquerade PC ETB at $100. The regular Obsidian Flames ETB $92. The PC Shrouded Fable market price $85. Regular Surging Sparks ETB $85. Paldea Evolved regular ETB $71. Then the rest of the Scarlet and Violet era ETBs are right at $60 to about $53. Next, we have the Shiny Mew EX Full Art from Paldean Fates. This was $9.59. Now last sold $18, $17, $40, $40, $35, $28. A couple pretty high sales there. This is the Milotic EX Full Art from Surging Sparks. This was $2, $3 for the longest time. Now last sold $6, $10, $11, $7, $7, $15. Next, we have the Metal Greninja EX from the UPC. This was $13, $14. Now last sold $26, $20, $22. Four of them at $25. Also, the Arceus metal cards are up a couple dollars. I didn't add them because I didn't have too much space, but yeah, they've almost doubled. They're right around like $6 to $10, but lots of the metal cards are moving. Even the Mew Metal EX card from the 151 UPC was $3. Now last sold $12, $10.40, $13.49, $9.42. And I still feel like this card is somewhat undervalued if you really think about it. That 151 UPC is so expensive. Next, we have the Mewtwo illustration rare promo, also from the 151 UPC, was $4.25. Last sold $18, $16, $16, $17, $15, $18. Next, we have the Snorlax promo from the 151 ETB. This was $1.87 3 months ago. I bought a ton of these at like $1. Now last sold 20, 3 of them at $9.50. Otherwise 13, 12, 10, 12, 15. So it looks like you can still find this card for a decent deal. Next, we're checking out some more Scarlet and Violet era promos. So we're just going to run through the market prices. I did click on a bunch of these to make sure the market price was, actually close to what they're selling for, because sometimes if a card goes super crazy and there's a ton of sales, these market prices can be a little off. So we got the Snorlax PC promo, $193. Charmander PC promo, $153. We got the Squirtle one, $143. This is not an illustration rare. Next, we have the Eevee Pokemon Center promo from Prismatic Evolutions, selling out at like $130, $135. We got the Pikachu from Paldea Evolved, PC promo at $110. Beautiful Miraidon PC promo, $75. Koraidon PC promo, $65. Mimikyu PC promo, $60. The Magneton PC promo at $57, which I feel like this card could be a lot more expensive. It is the same artist as the Giratina and Magikarp. Next, we have this Screamtail PC promo, $47. Noctowl, been basically the same price for a while now, $45. Iron Bundle, $39. Then we got the Teal Mask Ogerpon, $37. Petrant, $27. And then that's the Japanese exclusive. Next, we are checking out some Sword and Shield promos. Going to do kind of the same thing. So Vaporeon VMAX, $60, market price. Special Delivery Charizard, $71. Jolteon VMAX, $52. Vaporeon V, $49. Flareon VMAX, $45. We got the Pikachu Sword and Shield number 20 for $42. Pretty cool card. Flareon V, market price $42. We got the Charizard pre-release card from Vivid Voltage Build and Battle Boxes at $40. Still holding great value. Wow. Jolteon V at $40. We got the Charizard V-Star now at $35. That is getting up there. And then we got the Gold Pikachu from Celebrations. That was at $27. The Charizard VMAX from the Charizard UPC at 22. If you have the Mewtwo V Union set of 4, that's selling for 22 bucks. Sleepy Charizard promo from the UPC at 17. We got the Galarian Moltres. We're going to click this one because this one has a lot of sales. Last sold 22, 13, 14, 16, 15, 19. So prices are kind of all over the place for that card, but we're going to click the next page here and check out some of these cheaper ones. Lots of Sword and Shield promos. Then we got the Greninja V Union selling for around $10. Zacian V Union for about $8. We got the Gold Pokeball from Celebrations for $10. Charizard V Full Art, the pink one. Market price right around $7. That's from the Champion's Path, ETB. Then we got the Lucario V-Star from Crown Zenith. Pretty much leveled out right around $650. All right, we are hopping into some illustration rares. As you guys know, a ton of illustration rares are going crazy. If I had to guess, I want to say 95% of all illustration rares are up basically 50 to 100%. You know, the ones that were $2 are now $4 or $5. But here is the Drowsy. This thing went nuts. Was $13. We got ours at right around $3, $4 a long time ago. Last sold 65, 60, 55, 57, 58. We got a CGC 9.5 sold for $190. Next, we have the Slowpoke. Now, the Drowsy went first and Slowpoke went second. Was $9 a couple months ago. Last sold 38, 35, 33, 43, 35. Next, we have the Iron Moth from Paradox Rift. Very beautiful card. I love that background. This was $3.75 a couple months ago. Now last sold 9, 9, 21, 8, 12, 4. The 4 is probably Japanese, just not marked, but we got a couple more at 16, 5 of them at 15. Next, we have the Houndour from Obsidian Flames, and yes, that is how you pronounce Houndour. This was $3.28 a couple months ago. Now last sold 28, 33, 32, 35, 30. I just love how many there are in the actual picture of this card. I love when they have a lot of Pokemon in one card. Next, we have the beautiful Cleffa. This was $8 3 months ago. Now last sold 27, 19, 38, 37, 33, 31. It's crazy, some of these prices on these illustration rares. Next, we have the Morpeko from Paradox Rift. Was $10.55. Last sold 20, 28, 21, 35, 33. Next, we have the Metagross from Temporal Forces. It was $12.37. Last sold 37, 37, 44, 36, 37. Next, we have the Shiftry from Temporal Forces. It was $4. Now last sold 11, 11, 8, 11, 12. Next, we have the Frigibax. I really feel like this evolution line and their illustration rares are basically the most beautiful illustration rares when it comes to having like the full evolution line. This and like Tinkaton, I think, is crazy, which we're going to be checking here soon. So it's $5.95. Last sold 30, 35, 30, 30, 23 for lightly played. Next, we have the Arctobax here. This is my favorite of the 3, actually. This one's super trippy. Like, this looks like layers of skin or something to me. I don't know. It's just wild. This was $3.92 a couple months ago. Last sold 40, 40, 38, 38, 39, 35. But yeah, I got a bunch of these right around $3. And I have a card show this Saturday in Shakopee, and I'm going to try to sell a couple of these super high value illustration rares that just shot up to see if they actually sell. So I'll let you guys know in that vending video, because this is going to be my first standalone vending video. I'm either going to post it next Tuesday or that following Saturday. I'm not sure yet, but I'm curious to see, you know, how quickly these cards sell, because I have a feeling these cards are not going to sell super quick, especially in person if they're not like in absolute perfect condition. But yeah, just be careful. If you're paying these prices on TCG Player and you cannot see pictures of the card and you're just buying a random raw copy, that's not super smart. The only way I would ever buy a card that's super hyped up like this is if it's got a super good potential of hitting that PSA 10. So that way you got a little bit of backup. So just be careful buying these random cards on TCG Player. Next, we have the Baxcalibur. This was $9.77. Now last sold 44, lightly played for 35, otherwise 53, 55, 55, 51. And I also keep seeing people do this. They'll show this and be like, oh, it's an $80 card. When, as you've seen, it just sold for $50, and you could probably get it shipped for $50 right there, 51 bucks. But yeah, they like to do this. It just makes it look crazier, gets more engagement and stuff. Next, we have the Brute Bonnet. Very, very trippy card. Was $5 3 months ago. Now last sold 60, 60, 36, 35, 30, 11. Next, we have the Bravery. I'm a huge fan of this card and the Pokemon. I think this is one of the best like bird Pokemon we've ever gotten. So this was $3.52. I think I have like 6 of these. Last sold 15, 14, 15, 11. I really, really enjoy the cards that look like they're paintings and stuff. Next, we have the Aurora. This card is also super crazy, and I feel like it's pretty unique when you compare it to the rest of the illustration rares. It was $5 3 months ago. Now last sold 15, 12, 12, 15, 15. Very happy to see that. I think this card definitely deserves it. Next, we have the Lilip from Stellar Crown. I'm trying to add a few cards that not a ton of people are talking about that are still just going crazy. This was $1.92 a couple months ago. Now last sold $6.33, $4.01, $6, $6.23, $6.22. Still very, very cheap, but up a good amount compared to where it was. Next, we have the Beware illustration rare. This was $4.60. Now last sold 13, 11, 11, 12, 12. I actually really like this card. It really reminds me of the show of when Beware was just absolutely obsessed with Team Rocket and always just popping up on them, grabbing them and stuff. Next, we have the Bronzor. I love that he's got the mirror in this one. Was $1.77. Now last sold 13, 12, 12, 12. Next, we have the Yveltal. One of my favorite illustration rares was $13 3 months ago. Now last sold 35, 30. Bunch of lightly played. Wow, like 27 to 30. Then we got a near mint at 20 and 18. Another near mint at 35. So prices are all over the place. Next, we have the Minior. Was $7.57. Last sold $13.99, 13, 13, 14, 12. Next, we have the Espathra illustration from Paradox Rift. If you really look at the art on this card, it's pretty nuts. It's definitely a very, very beautiful card. It was $4. Now last sold 8, 9, 9, 7, 9. Next, we have the Charmander from 151. This card's going to the moon. Last sold 70, 70, 51, 58, 51, 70. Next, the Squirtle is also following. Last sold 65, 65, 53 for lightly played, and we got a couple near mints at 55. Next, we have the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. This was $14. Last sold 35, 33, 40, 35, 34. Next, we have the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. This was $14.34. Now last sold 35, 33, 40, 35, 35. Next, we have the Armorage illustration rare from Scarlet Violet base. Was $9.53. Now last sold $17.50, 15, 24, 18. I do feel like these are some of the cooler Pokemon that we got in Generation 9 for sure. Next, we have the Starly from Scarlet and Violet base set. So pretty much every illustration rare from Scarlet and Violet base set, How They Evolved, Obsidian Flames, Paradox Rift, are all going crazy. They're all going up in price. Was $2.71. Last sold 20, 20, 15, 13, 17, 10. Next, we have the Cloth from Scarlet and Violet base set. Was $1.76. Now last sold $11.40, $9.32, $9.97, $9.50. Next, we have the Tinkatink. This is that lineup I was talking about. Was $5.31. Now last sold 17, 13, 12, 12. Next, we have the Tinkatuff. Was $8. Now last sold 15, 14, 14, 14, 14. But what's cool about this one, they actually got a special illustration rare with the Tinkaton EX. Was $18 a couple months ago. Last sold 28, 28, 28, 28, 30. Next, we have the Skeletor GX special illustration rare. That's the thing. I see so many people talking about all these illustration rares, and I haven't seen anybody talk about special illustration rares in the last couple weeks, but a lot of them are moving. I mean, this card used to be very cheap. I think I got a PSA 10 for like $40 or like $38 of this card. So it was $11 a year ago. Now last sold 28, 28, 26, 28, 27. Next, we have the Quaquaball EX from How They Evolved. This was $7 3 months ago. Now last sold 13. Gonna sell at 8. Another one at 8, but otherwise $12.50, 14, 13, 20. Next, we have the Meowscarada EX. This was $13 3 months ago. Now last sold 20, 19, 20, 20, 19. Next, we have the Chen Pao EX from How They Evolved. This was $17 a couple months ago. Now last sold 25, 25, 19, 26, 23. Next, we have the Great Tusk from Scarlet and Violet base set. I love this card. Huge Don fan, so I'm a big Great Tusk fan also. Last sold 1260, 1043, 972, 995, 10. This card was pretty cheap. It was, I want to say, just a couple dollars. Let's see, its all-time low was about $4. Next, we have the Spidops EX from Scarlet and Violet base. Another very cheap card, was $2.69 for a special illustration rare. Last sold $9.95, $9.69, $4.25, $9.65. So, you know, I know everybody's kind of thinking they're missing out on all these illustration rares, but there is still a ton of beautiful special illustration rares that are very cheap. I mean, this card literally has Scyther in it upside down. I wish they would have shown a little more of Scyther, but that's my only complaint. Next, we have the Parasol Lady from Paradox Rift. I don't collect special illustration rare trainers, but I think this one is absolutely beautiful. Like the scene and everything. It's very nice. Was $13. Now last sold 21, 17, 20, 22. Next, we have the Tapu Koko EX from Paradox Rift. It was $12. You guys know I love this card. Last sold 20, 20, 20, 20. Happy to see you getting a little love. Next, we have the Pidgeot EX from Obsidian Flames. Last sold 19, 13, 17, 17. Next, the Zapdos EX from 151. Last sold 68, 68, 68, 65. I still feel like this is the most undervalued card in all of the Scarlet and Violet era. Next, we have the Alakazam EX from 151. Last sold 69, 65, 50, 50, 50. So just those last couple sales are higher. Next, the Blastoise. I have a feeling these are going to be over $100 very soon. Last sold 99, 80, 85, 82, 85. Next, the Venusaur EX from 151. Same thing. Last sold 93, 93, 86, 80, 85. And the Charizard is going crazy. Last sold 266, 280, 270, 280, 290, 299. Next, we have the Milotic EX, just coming up a little bit in price, but I could see this being the next big special illustration rare to hit, you know, $200 something. That sold 150, 170, 143, 168, 160. Next, we have the Greninja EX from Twilight Masquerade making another run. Last sold 404, 400, 400, 400, 420, 450, 475, 449. Wow. Then we got the Blood Moon Ursaluna from Prismatic Evolutions. A lot of the cheaper special illustration rares are going up because, you know, those are the only ones that are even somewhat affordable. But a lot of the sales are pretty iffy. But last sold 75, 140, 140, 87, 94, 90. Next, we have the Roaring Moon EX. This is one of the few special illustration rares that I felt like could take off just because of the artist too. Same artist who did the Giratina and Magikarp. Was 177. Now last sold 240, 230, 225, 200. Next, we have the Petrant EX from Prismatic Evolutions. Was $35. Last sold 85, 66, 96, 69, 66, 150. But in my opinion, I still wouldn't buy any of these cards yet. If you want to get some Prismatic Evolutions, there's a lot of cheap Master Balls if you guys are doing a Master set. That's where I would start. And last on the list, we are checking some PSA 10 prices of some of the older Scarlet and Violet era cards. So we got the Drowsy in a 10 sold for $880. Charizard EX from Obsidian Flame sold for $400. Another Drowsy at $750. Gloom at $350, best offer accepted. Drowsy at $1,034. Got another Charizard from Obsidian at $420. We got the Raichu from Paldea Evolved at $460. Magikarp at $1,600. Toadschool at $200. Raichu at $415. Magikarp at $15. We got a Drowsy Raw. It says PSA 10 material sold for $500. You know, that seems absolutely insane, but if you could instantly grade it and sell it for double, it's not that crazy, but still very risky. Dondozo in a PSA 10 for $350. Slowpoke for $460. Drowsy for $870. Cleffa at $250. Another Cleffa at $265. Another Raw Drowsy at $520. Looks like from the same seller. Another Cleffa at $245. Best offer accepted. We got the Ralts at $305. We got the Bramblin at $185. Gardevoir EX at $300. We got the Farigiraf at $250. Paldean Tauros at $236. I really like that art. Anything different? Fakolko at $225. Ninetales at $260. Bubble Mew EX at $950. All right, I think that is about it. We will end on this Heracross here in a PSA 10. Only sold for $155. So not terrible. But all right, that was today's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. And then if you guys want to support more, you can check out my Instagram or my YouTube membership. And if you guys want to watch my last Sunday video where I cover the entire Japanese market and I do a giveaway, which I'm going to start doing a giveaway every single Sunday, so do not miss out on my Sunday videos, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.